Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport and spending time with a regular guest and one of our regularly favorite people, Carrie Rosingana, who is the CEO of CAMW, the Capital Area Michigan Works, but today is also in the role of a member of the Michigan Works Association. So Carrie, welcome as usual to the show. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Chris, and I appreciate that very, very kind introduction. Good to be with you as always.
Well, it was incredibly accurate as well.
Good. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the association, and then we're going to get into the big event that they have coming up. So tell me about the association.
So the Michigan Works Association is an overarching organization that all 16 of our Michigan Works agencies that cover the entire state of Michigan belong to. And it's really our parent organization that helps focus in on advocacy work, is deeply connected to the work being done nationally with the National Association of Workforce Boards, and is able to help be a direct partner to make sure that things are getting communicated that are going to create positive and lasting change here in our workforce system. And they truly are our partner, hand in hand, working alongside of us to make sure that we have the supports and resources to really make those impacts successful.
Well, and you talk about the advocacy at the Capitol because you have a couple of days through the year that you really go over there kind of in force, right?
We sure do.
Yeah, it really makes a difference when you can get those legislators in their office and really sit down and say, this is what we're doing and this is what we need.
Absolutely.
All right. So annually, of course, we award people who make an impact, right? And that's coming up. Tell us about the Impact Award.
Yeah, so on April 17th, one of my favorite events of the entire year is going to be coming up, and it's called the Impact Awards, and it truly is what it's called. It is all about celebrating the positive impact that partners across the state have made in offering transformational change and training opportunities for their members and for their employees, as well as celebrating really the economic impact and those newly created jobs that are supported through partnerships with Michigan Works agencies across the state. And the really cool thing about it from my perspective is each of our 16 Michigan Works agencies has the opportunity to select who we want to recognize. And it can be a community partner organization. It can be a employer across different sectors that we're choosing to recognize. And it can be somebody embedded within that employer as well that we're recognizing. So maybe a job seeker who was successful in getting a job. It's a really powerful day because our legislators from each of our regions are a part of this celebration. And they get to recognize not only the Michigan Works system and the work that's being done, but more importantly, they get to recognize those employees and those community partners who have really worked hard to dedicate through partnership to making those changes that are positive here within our regions. And so it really, the energy is always great. I think every year I attend, I end up crying because the stories are just so heartwarming. And it really is a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to just lift up partnerships.
In many cases, it's a good way to meet your legislator too, because you get legislators from all over. They are actually a part of this, and it's really rewarding, like you said. So in your case, in the Lansing area, which employers from the Lansing community will CAMW honor at the award ceremony?
So this year we have actually nominated and are going to be recognizing Woodbridge Group, which is based out of Lansing. And they have been supplying for General Motors from their Lansing Grand River plant for over 20 years. And they're a substantial partner here in our region in manufacturing, which we all know here in the Mid-Michigan region, that manufacturing continues to be a really critical industry within our region. So when we started to think about who we wanted to recognize, they came up right away. Part of the reason for that is our agency has been working with them since 2015 to help support talent attraction, talent development, as well as their retention needs. And when we really began with them, it started off with them working hand in hand with our business services team to help create outreach to further get talent into the positions they were looking to fill. But then when we rolled out our business resource network, they were one of the first to sign on because they knew the value of investing in supports that would help them retain their employees. Additionally, something I think that's important to recognize is they've received 3 Going Pro Talent Awards since 2015, most recently receiving over $35,000 that allowed for some of their staff to attend leadership development training, as well as some specific work connected to CNC machining. So you can really see and hear that they're tapped into those resources and are really a really strong partner because they see the value and making sure that they're connecting through outreach and support for their workers.
Carrie, how do when is the award? Where is the award? Impact Awards given, and how do maybe new employers in the area get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So the awards are going to be held on Wednesday, April 17th at 10 a.m. at Heritage Hall, right by the Capitol here in Lansing. And we're going to be recognizing those employers and partners for those regions soon. But for new employers who maybe are looking to get connected to some of those supports, we always encourage you to visit our website at www.camwa.org. And you can find information about how to connect with our business services team there. And we'd be more than happy to support any employers who are listening to help get those resources wrapped around you, just like we have with Woodbridge Group.
Yeah, get involved if you're out there and you're not already. Carrie Rosingana, CEO of the CAMW, Capital Area Michigan Works, and today speaking on behalf of the Michigan Works Association. Always good to see you, Carrie. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Chris. Good to see you too.
All right, we will be back in just a minute. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.